Hello Flosstube, it's Debbie from Australia and I'm here today with my April 2023 cross stitch update. It is the 11th of May. I had to do the video. I'm running out of projects I can actually stitch on. Excuse me, I've got cat hair. We did have Darcy here, but he has wandered off because it is now 11:42 and I started this at 10:30. So I've had a few hassles. One of the buttons isn't working, so there is a stray project over there that's gone. I might have to flip. My photos are always in order, but for some reason there's one that's just misbehaving. And then when I try and go forward, it turns the transition button, so I can't show the before and afters. So it's in the outhouse. It's in the doghouse for now. April. I don't know what I've said, but we'll give it a good college try. April 2023. I worked on 16 projects. I had 2 starts, 1 finish, 1 I'm not doing it anymore. And I managed to get 28,965 stitches done in the month. My only finish this month is Sydney by Awesome Pattern Studio. Very colourful pattern, very handy doing the projects, the challenges for Down Under Divas last year because we were travelling around Australia, whereas this year we're dancing through the decades. This is my finish. This I'll probably put on a project bag. It's very colourful. It has been done on 28 count white even weave. I started on the 11th of April 2022 and I finished it on the 7th of April 2023, so it did not make a year. That's probably because I've got a lot of projects, but it finally did get done. So that's the before and after. A couple of skyscrapers and a few other stitches in amongst it for a finish for the month. The second sort of finish, or it's actually, I call it an abandonment. I'm not doing the Pride and Prejudice. I think I mentioned it last time. The thread brand, I'm not happy with it. It's just going to go away. It went away once before, so who knows, it might come back in the future. Starts. Oh. I've got 2 new starts. One, last month I showed you a photo of my finish of Anzac Soldier. I did that project for my mother and I cannot find it, and I still cannot find it. I'm a bit worried. I had it. I think might have been folded up with some magazines and it might have got thrown out. So I had to start it again, so I started it. Oh no, that's the last one. This one I restarted on the 28th of April. I'm hoping the poppies come out as nice as they did last time. It might be a bit bigger this time. I didn't write down what I used last time, but this is 28 count linen. And I will get it done, and this time it will be framed straight away. Not really a before and after, but that's where I've got up to on that project. The next one, Kelly from Animal Instinct said, I really want to do this owl. I really shouldn't. What do you think? I said, which one? My next reply was, it's in my inbox. Isn't it beautiful? This is the Greenhouse of Oddity Sow from Lola crossstitch.com or on Etsy. Absolutely lovely. She gave you, I believe we came in late, she gave you 6 weeks to get the framework done, and the first planting comes through on the 26th of May, when I'll be down at Vic Stitches, which I am quite looking forward to. So it'll probably have to take a visit down there. Don't judge me. I'd finished all my monthly challenges and all my fortnightly challenges, and I fell in love. So in 3 sessions I got the frame done. It's 5,900 odd stitches. Oh, you're going to show, there's a little frog. There's going to be little weird animals in there too. And he's a bit dark, but look at the mole. Come on, look at the mole. Isn't he sweet? He's sweet. You can see where the various, you can see where some of the plants are going to come in. Looks like some of them are going to be wild and wonderful. I am so looking forward to this. This I started on the 28th of April, and I was finished 29, 30 on the 30th. It is done on 38 count, purely primitive from Silk Weaver. And I think it's going to be beautiful. I'm so looking forward to it. Not a before and after, but that is the starting point. My next we are on to whips. You won't see your stitch in time. You can get 2 months worth next month because I've already done 3,000 stitches on it this month, and I didn't take a photo at the end of the month. I forgot all about it, so you know, you see it every month, so you're not going to miss it. So this month I did a fair bit of work on Atelier Angel. This is from Alena Koshkina on Etsy. I just love this. I just thought it was so beautiful when I saw it. And she is slowly coming together. This is being done on 40 count beige linen. I started on the 5th of July 2022. I was worried about those light colours, but when you see a little bit of back stitching I've done on the angel's face, they will all pop out when they're done because there's a lot of back stitching to go on this. The before and after, you can see I had to do, I think, 300 in brown, 600 in, might have even been 900 in the pink. And then I did a bit of background stitching here and there to give me a point to count from when I pull it back out again. I really like that one. Like I said, well, I don't know if I've said it this video. It is now 11:50. I started at 10:30. I'm sure those that do videos know what has happened during that time, but not to worry. Next whip is Celebrate Spring from Madame Chantilly. This one's getting closer all the time. Though I will have to, I think, pull out the little blue bird. He's very, very pale in there. I think I might pull him out, which is going to be fun with the 1/1 stitching. But I might do it the same colour as the little girl's dress because he doesn't stand out well. But this is being done 1/1 on 28 count. I'm onto that bottom shelf. I've got the black board and then the base to do, and then that is done. I've enjoyed doing this one. I love the little sheep. Oh, a little shepherdess. I've got all the seasons to do with this. I do have some flowers on the end of that middle shelf near the sheep, but I'm sort of working across that side. Now this is where the buttons stop working. Oh, here we go. Before and after. I like to see these so I can tell you. So I obviously finished the pot and the flowers on the left hand side, put the bird in the box, finished bits and pieces. It hasn't got a lot to do, and that one will be finished. Next is Celebrate Summer. Again, Madame Chantilly. I just love this one too. Like I said, I've got all 4 seasons. I will be doing all 4 seasons. A little scissor fob with her little mermaid on there. She's just that little one sitting there, and they've changed the colour of the starfish. Again, on the same fabric. They'll all be done on the same fabric. I am down onto the bottom shelf, but I have got flowers on the second shelf to do near the sandcastle, and I need to finish the bunting. But I had to do white stitches on this one, so you can see Beige. It'll be a lot clearer because that is totally filled in with black stitching. Before and after. You can see I did the white starfish, white bits on the bunting, and then came down and did the spray from the whale and outline the blackboard that says Beige. Excuse me. Next, long dog, gone to pieces. This was a new start last month. I have got across the bottom, and this one is going to be a cute little one, because that is its full width. So that would be, I don't know, 11 by 15 a Q-snap, and that is the width of the bottom. I have not decided on the colours to do as yet. I thought I'll just keep merrily going along on the black, which is Silks for You 070. And I'll work the colours out. But the fact that it's tan and not white, which I thought was being very clever, and then I'm thinking I'm not so clever. And I can't tell you when I started it, because the piece of this, it should have its piece behind it. 40 count platinum, started it on the 14th of March. I think I had to do 2,000 stitches in black, and that's why I got that bit done. Before and after. Just working, and just sort of get to a height and try and work across the heights on the long dogs. Next, yet again, Kringles. Last month I think I worked on the black of the roof. This one, again, I had to do a whole heap of white stitches, so I did the white in the roof. This one is still in the Q-snap because it's another one that it is waiting on stitches. I intend to finish the rest of the black in the roof, and that will be the roof done and the building done. That means I get to do all the pretty stuff. So I got all the white in the windows done. Damn it. No, I think there's a grey colour in 2 windows yet to do. That one's finished. Those 2 aren't. So a bit of grey and the black. I think I've got to do it's either 500 or 1,000 stitches in that. But I'll probably just make sure I finish the black before I put it away. Before and after. I continued on. It's probably a bit hard to see because white's just white. It's not showing up clear, but you can see the snow all along the top of the building anyway. Again, had to get a fair bit of white stitches done. Oh, out of whack. So that's this one. I'm going to have to go with the flow, because if I try and flick past at the moment, there was an update on the software, and I think its transition button's gone a bit wry. Leeds House Sampler. I've always loved this, and finally just bit the bullet and went for it. It is a beautiful, beautiful pattern using sulky threads, SULKY threads. Use them straight from the reels. 1 strand. It's lovely. That's where she's up to. I love it. It is just such a peaceful, calming stitch to work on. Is that when you've had to pull some out? That's not so calming. Yeah, missed out count 1 stitch, but still, I really, really love it. I really love it. The colours. There's four blues, three full colours, and one's a variegated thread, and two greens, a limey green and then a variegated green, and that is it. And it is so effective and so beautiful. I started this. This was my new year, new start, and it's been done totally cord for. So the cord for was 28 count helix, so I just got the lot. Send me the thread, send me the fabric. Love it. Before and after. This one was another one I needed to do 2000 on. Something that had an alphabet. So yay. Got a fair bit done. But it is just so calming to stitch on that one. Next we have, okay, Natale, Australia, which I believe I was told Southern Christmas. I love this one. It's bigger than what I thought it was, but it doesn't matter. I usually leave it on the Q-snap because it's basically just fits in there. I was a bit in a hurry to start it, so I didn't really give myself 3 inches. So it's in there. It will totally fit in there when finished, and then I'll get a hoop to put it in because I really was not generous when I did it. I did a lot of filling in down the bottom, filling in the blanks, filling in the silver thread of those spots. Just filling in because initially, there's a hair there, Darcy hair. I think he wouldn't be losing it in winter. Just filling in the blanks to slowly move up, but it's a fantastic one if you have to do a particular colour. I started this one on the 5th of December. The note says 23, but it must have been 2022. Just done on 14 count. An 18 count black Aida. I really, really love it. Before and after. And the difference in those colours, you can see one is looking brown and the other black, is I actually put black material behind it. I think it was the white magazine boards that I used to mount the bits and pieces or to cover the see-through part of the Q-snaps. It just sort of flashed through, so now I cover it with black paper. And I get nicer photos. Next we have another long dog. Only 3 this month. Could be 4 next month. Well, I'm starting one next month. Long dog samplers. Tap dancers. Again, this is one, saw it, loved it, had to have it straight away. This is being done on 36 blue ice from Zweigert. Have to come back here. And I did the 2 ballet dancers, and then I really wanted to do that heel. I didn't even notice there was a pole dancer, which I just think is so funny. Nothing wrong with pole dancing. It's just, there's a helicopter, near the foot, in the biplane, and you keep finding things all the time. It is lovely. I love it. The bagpipes was just I just thought it was amazing. That is the top. So I've only got that bit to go. I think I'm 70% maybe. Maybe not. I should write those down. I don't suppose anyone's really too bothered not knowing the percentage. That's the before and after. So I've reached the top now, so I can just slowly work my way across the page. And again, that's another one that's very hard to get the blue fabric. When it's done, hopefully and framed all come up. But I did this time, I went out to the dining room because it's better overhead lighting. They're a little bit better this month. Hello, don't be jumping up. Next is my other Lola Crow project I'm working, and again, Kelly made me do it. This is the Haunted Library. I fell in love with it the minute the librarian ghost showed up. Oh, yes, mate. I thought it was quite clever. Last month I showed you the glow-in-the-dark threads. I'm going to use that for the bones in the cat and the skulls and the skeleton. Can't say that, sorry. And if you don't like clowns, there's an alternative for the clown. And again, it's still in its Q-snap. I'm sure I gave myself enough on this. It's just in the perfect place. I did do some work on the glow-in-the-dark just to see what it would stitch like. No different to DMC. Well, it is a DMC thread, I suppose. Come on, don't shake. It is... Am I too close? Come on. Here we go. It just feels a bit, I don't know. I use it for the candles, I use it for the skulls, and there's the legs of the one I can't say. I got some browns done this month, and then I went to the whites. It sort of depended what I had to do. I think it was a penalty colour for brown. I've just been, and I think Kelly and Jo from Jo Belushi stitches us the same. I think we're just stitching, as you sort of go. I don't think we're trying to follow the actual releases. And if we are, let me know and I will. Started that on the 10th of October, and it's being done on 40 count Whitsunday from number 12 Stitch Co. Beautiful fabric, beautiful colour. Something different. Before and after. Again, yeah, I think the most current photo would be the closest to the actual fabric. As you can see, I work more on the staircase on the left hand side and did a couple of skulls and started on the skeleton. No. On the bone man. And I think it gets some work this month as well. Last project, and this is the one I intend to get finished this year. Now, please note, him. You would think I'd get it right after all these years. See him? Take notice of where he is. He only has this pretty thing atop of him. And there's this little bit of stuff along here. I got up to the top of his wing. So I don't think I'm going to have any problems at all finishing this year. There it is at the moment, all up. I've got 4 unicorns to come across here. And I thought I might go from darkest to lightest so it looks like the printer was running out of print ink. But then it's going to have too much dark in that centre place. I don't know, I'll play with it. I've got to finish, there is about, well, I think just above the top of his wing there. So I've only got a little bit of this Celtic design to go up the side. That's PR161 from Silk Sew. Get rid of that thread. Finish that dragon. And then, so it will be done. I like my New Year, New Starts done in the year they started. And this was the first that did not happen. I'm hoping it's going to be the last. This year it was Leeds. Well, I don't think I have any problem getting that finished this year. It's just too nice to stitch. So, before and after. As you can see, I did a fair bit of filling in above the dragon on the right. And then I did, sorry, I'm putting these around while you're looking at that. Then I did the dark dragon on the other side. Now, this is the one that caused me at least 3 times to redo it. Darcy made me start several times again, simply because he kept, when he jumped off me, left so much hair sort of around my nose. I was flicking hair and I thought, no, get rid of it. From Gecko Rouge, this is Lorna Laine's Bee. I love it. I know I said in one of the various versions that I shouldn't have done the bee first, because now I've only got the background. But this month I shall get a minimum of 1,000 stitches, and I'm going to start filling in. Now maybe some of these bigger ones I should really just do the confetti. It sort of depends on my time. I've done, I think, 4,000 of the 10,000 stitches for the month. So if I've got time, I can do confetti, but if I need to get the stitches done and move along, I'll go for something that's got a lot of colour. This month though, I worked up the top there. I got a fair bit done up the top. I think I got 2 lots of 500, and the before and after. So you can actually see that the majority of the changes are on that upper side of the bee. Sorry, I'm just trying to get, there we go. I'll just get him away so I can cover him before dusk comes back. And delightfully, he's a delightful little fellow who loves to sit on them. I'm nearly finished. I don't know how long I've been going. I think it will be relatively short because I've probably said heaps of stuff. I have got a few little purchases this month. I did get from numbers 12 Stitch Co. I got some Outback Sky 36 count linen, beautiful. And she also has packs of mixed counts in different colours, and one of those, sorry I didn't take it out of the bag, one of those jumped out. I think there's a 28, 32, 36 and maybe a 40 in amongst there, but it doesn't matter. I'll pull them out and check them out, but I was very happy with those. From a stash unload. This one will be very interesting. I got a 55 count linen. It is tiny. Always want to try, so I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how we go. Should be very interesting. As usual, I got the 3 lots of threads. Okay, Weeks Dye Works. Oh, they're showing up right. Apple Pucker, Chai, London Fog, Louisiana Hot Sauce, Love and Lucky. Very pretty. Oh, I meant to tell you, The first two on all of these are the two new colours for 2023. So Apple Pucker, I think that's what the A means. Apple Pucker and Chia are the two new ones for Wheat Dye Works. For Classic Colourworks, the two new colours are Cottage Daisies and Fields of Green. That's why they're not in the Whatsy order. And then we went straight back to the peas, persimmon, petite maison, pickled beets and pine needles. Pine needles is that sort of, dark green. But the two new ones for 2023, Cottage Daisies and Fields of Green. And the two new ones for, sampler threads, we've got Habanero and Ohio Sky, which is those two. And then they went back to the range, Peach Ice Cream, Shutter Green, Silver Fern and Slate, and they are the colours, these two over here, being the two new ones for 2023. So as they're sent to them, they slip those ones in amongst the bits and pieces. I get those from Stitch in Time down in Tassie. I also this month got two patterns from her. This one I just love. This will be, I've got the 3 drawers there. I've got Needleworker, Cross Stitch Collector and the Thread Gatherer. And this one will go on the 4th drawer. Introverted from Silver Creek Samplers, but I'll eagerly discuss everything cross stitch, which is what I do. So I'm going to put that on banding and put that on the 4th drawer. The bottom drawer has tools in it, so I'm not going to put anything in besides that because I'm velcroing them on. I don't want them to be kicked or the kids hit it as they go past on a car or something. The other one I got is Plum Street Samplers Tortoise Tower. It's there, the little tortoise. Always 3 tortoises and always a bee. I've got quite a few of these. I need to finish them. No actual plans. They're all just going to be little pillows. That's all the purchases. As Anne, my friend Anne, at Hooks on Instagram. You should follow her. She does gorgeous and most unusual patterns. They're lovely. I may need a support group for my fabric purchasing, but I'm going to try. It is May 11. I do not believe I've bought any this month so far, so we'll see how we go. Plans for May, which is now. I have started the Red Mermaid with Kelly from Animal Instincts, Joe from Joe Belushi, Emma from Emma Stitching, Amanda from Pennington Terrace, and my phone is not here. There is another lovely lady. I'll write all their names down for next time. I'm really sorry. Actually, I'll put them in the notes below. They're all working with Kelly with the Red Mermaid. It's really funny. We've all sort of started. 2 of us have started in the middle. Kelly's on the far outside. I mean, it's really lovely seeing her come together from all the different spots. Next month, I'll go into what I plan. This is Long Dog Quilts. This will be my annual start in June. This was given to me from Anne at Hooks, HOOKES on Instagram. And I'm looking forward to starting that one. I will also be starting with, now these I had written down, Sally from Stitchy Sally, should watch her. She has always lovely projects, but she actually finishes stuff, like fully finishes them. And it's quite amazing to see someone who constantly fully finishes. Kim Contented Needleworker, and Laine from those first two have got Flosstube and Instagram, and Laine at Laine Main on Instagram. We're all doing the 6 for 60. Sally, I believe, started it. I showed you last month the 6 I intend to do. Well, I intend to start Yellow Submarine next month. It is the last of this mystery tour one that I have to do, and I'm quite looking forward to doing it. And then I'll put them all together. Now, when I showed the 6 of these, I showed that I wanted to do the Lucy Bean, I Will Find You. I don't know who used my fabric scissors, but I will find you. This one was given to me by Kelly, and I think I'm going to somehow see if I'm going to put them together as one, but not quite sure how I'm going to put them together yet. But I found that and I said, oh, you gave me, oh no, that's not the one I gave you. And then I thought, oh, I got 2 of them. So I'll work out something to get them both in. Other than that, that is this. That is it. I will, while this is uploading, I will go through and make sure that I've answered or commented on all the comments from last month. I do find it's really funny. It's not until I actually get my hands on the actual laptop, because I get some come through the phone, and then I go in the laptop in the special section and say, show me any I haven't answered, and there's always, 4 or 5, so I don't know why they come to the phone. But I do try to answer them all. I'll finish up with the statistics. Year to date, so far this year, I've done 105,736 stitches. I started the year with 26. I've had 16 starts. I've had 11 finishes. So I'm sitting at, is that right? 31 whips at the moment. And I think I've got 2 or 3 starts next month. Or this month. I've got a couple this month. I've got to do my small 4 Vic stitches, which I'll be going 26, 27, 28 of May. I'm really looking forward to that. Spending time with the people, and it will be easier this year because I'll know a lot more. I do have a bit of a problem when I get into a big crowded room. If you can't move around freely, I can get a little bit claustrophobic. So I sort of get somewhere that's got space around me, and then I tend to just sit there or navigate around that area because there's just too many people. But we're going to a bigger place this time. And it does help. It does help if you've met the people before. So this is year 2, so very exciting. Looking forward to that. Other than that, I wish you all well. Take care and happy stitching. Thank you. Bye.